Hi, it's Laura with Laura Reads Foxed Books, and these are your enrichment notes for the Misdemeanors of Nancy, Chapter 6, Out of the West. The meanings of words shift over time, as I'm sure you are aware, and this book was written 123 years ago. Some words have shifted quite a bit. As the producer of this audiobook and podcast, I chose to change some words that in 1902 were not used in more polite society, and today are used much less. The terms are considered racist and therefore offensive, and I grew up not saying these particular terms. I understand the argument and have listened to audiobooks that use the original language in all its potential offensiveness to paint a true picture of the time the book was written. There is validity in cultural immersion, so to speak, even if it's offensive or jarring. For this podcast, and because I was raised not to talk like, well, the Texan did in this chapter, I altered some of the archaic, offensive language. If you disagree, let me know. I'd like to hear your perspective. It's almost physically impossible for me to utter certain terms. But maybe this will make sense. It'd be like grandma saying the F word. Some grandmas might, but not my grandma. That's why the example works, for me anyway. I just wanted listeners to be aware that the text has been slightly altered and why. Next, for further discussion in the comments or amongst yourselves, I know some people listen to this as a small group, what more might you have to say about the character of Bobby? I'll remind you of his words and what Nancy noticed. We breathe the strength and the sincerity here sometimes, never the freedom. Nancy missed the smile from his voice. Then, men are never used to things, little girl. Men endure things. And lastly, we all want the gallop. It's a big heart that is sufficient to itself, little woman. He had grown up again. What would you say is going through Bobby's mind as he says these things? What does Nancy observe? How might this affect Nancy's feelings for him? If you enjoy writing creatively, I'd encourage you to consider writing a bit of Bobby's backstory. It could be interesting. And for a few terms pulled from the chapter. Porte-cochere is a porch where carriages can pull up to let off passengers. Clarion, used to describe the Texan's voice, means loud and clear. Lorgnette is a chain that holds opera glasses. They were at the theater, so Nancy would have naturally had a pair. Oh, and there's more that could be said about the plays referenced and other terms, but we'll stop here for now, and you are always welcome to add your own questions or comments below. Thank you. See you in the next video.